Too much time talking to camera.
Attention all dudes, dudettes, bros, and hoes. This is your vocal pilot, and this commentary is going to be going over my history of music. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taking me this long to make this commentary because music has been a huge part of my life all throughout my life. Even though I haven't touched anything but my guitar in the last year, I know how to play the recorder, the trumpet, the French horn, guitar, a little bit of piano, and many forms of percussion, including the heartbeat to every song, the drum set. So starting back at elementary school, it was 3rd grade and there was this chick that I had the biggest crush on and she was in chorus. But considering I lacked the balls to actually talk to her, what do? I joined the chorus, of course. Not because I liked to sing or not because I thought I was good, but I just wanted this girl to notice me. Well, it worked, since after her and I were the only 2 in the class to get nominated to all-state choir. But I didn't like it. I guess I kind of like singing, but the chorus thing no, it just was not for me. Moving on to 5th grade though, my school had a competition called Recorder Karate, and we had to learn different songs on this recorder, which by the way is like a plastic clarinet looking instrument, and we had to play this song just to the teacher, and if it was good enough you got to tie a different color belt on the end of your recorder, and the first one to get the black belt wins, and I won. And that's when I realized that I actually really enjoyed playing music. So I decided to follow my brother's footsteps and I picked up the trumpet into middle school. And from there I learned the French horn, but going into high school I decided it was time for a change. The first meeting that I had for marching band was in the summer and the instructor asked us to sit in our sections. And I was already sitting with the trumpet section, but when he said that, I decided to pick up my stuff and move to the back of the room with the drum line. And that was one of the best decisions I've ever made, to start playing the drums. Now since I was underclass and I didn't really know how to play the drums, I was assigned to play one of the bass drums for the first 2 years. But the next 2 years I played lead snare, and by senior year I was drumline captain. To be the heartbeat to music is a feeling that is just undescribable. And all I wanted to do outside of drumline was play more, so I started playing the drum set, and started playing for a garage band. Then one band led me to another that led me to a band called Glitch 64, and that's when I started playing local venues. The biggest venue I got to play at was State Theater in St. Petersburg, Florida, and the most people I've played in front of was my 10th grade talent show, which there is a video on YouTube, and even though I shouldn't, links in the description. Eventually though, Glitch 64 was no more, and I ended up joining up with some good friends to make a band called Asleep in Silence, and I was the drummer slash screamer. Yeah, I know, I went through that phase, and I was the screamer. But this band turned out to be one of my best experiences with music. We didn't end up playing too many shows, but we just loved making music and playing music. With drumming, it's good to have a guitarist that you have a close connection to, and in this band, I did. His name is Eric, and I've known him since the 1st grade. It's an unexplainable feeling, but I would know every time he was about to stop playing or transition to a different riff. No matter what he was playing, I could easily play a beat to match it. And actually, Eric still makes music. He just created an experimental punk rock project called Hero Calls that was actually just signed to a small record label not too long ago, and his debut album titled You're Missing Out will hit on December 31st of this year. And he's also agreed to let me use one of his non-released singles, so I'll let that play a little bit at the end of this video, but if you want to check him out, the links will be in the description as well. So finally, I also play guitar. I mainly picked this up from many years of being around so many people that actually play, but my senior year I had a couple electives to kill, so I decided to take a couple guitar classes. I'm not that great, but because my drum set is back at my parents' house, it's the only instrument that I play often today. But guys, that's all I have for today, but before I go, tell me, do you play any instruments? If yes, which ones? And if no, which one would you like to learn the most? This has been your vocal pilot, and I'm out.